So the Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami has finally received a bail from the Supreme Court, and this comes as much relief to all those who were crying out for freedom of press. Let's talk about freedom of press. There were many interesting comments in the Supreme Court. One of them was from the senior advocate Kapil Sibal, who was appearing for the state of Maharashtra. Let me quote him out. He said, "A Kerala journalist was arrested by UP police when he was going to Hathras to report. We came to this court under Article 32. The court said, go to lower court. The petition was posted after 4 weeks. Such things are also happening." Interestingly, the bench comprising of Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Indra Banerjee didn't have a word to say on this. Now let's move towards the northeast India, a small state, Tripura. Led by none other than Biplab Kumar Dev, the BJP chief minister himself has been threatening various journalists in the state. There have been 22 major attacks on press and journalists in the state since the time BJP came to power. And on September 11th, let me quote him out as well. CM Biplab Kumar Dev said, "History shall not forget them. People of Tripura will never forgive them. I will not forgive them. History stands witness to the fact that I, Biplab Dev, do what I say." And mind you, he did what he said. There have been 6 major attacks on journalists since the time Biplab made these statements. And you know why these statements came? Because on the media reportage about the mismanagement of COVID-19 in the state, Biplab got excited about it, and he termed the newspapers being overexcited newspapers, misleading Tripura's public to believe that COVID-19 scenario was mismanaged. In the High Court back then said and asked questions from the Tripura government, I bet Biplab must have not liked them. And in the most recent incident, 6,000 newspaper copies of a local daily newspaper, Prateek column, were destroyed and allegedly burnt by the BJP supporters. Why? Because the newspapers allegedly exposed a 150 crore rupees scam by the Agriculture Department of Tripura. Many prominent names like the director of the Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Association, Deva Prasad Sarkar, and the Agriculture Minister himself, Pranajit Singh Roy, came out in this whole scam thing. Now, many media organizations refrained themselves from taking these names, and they just reported the incidents as 6,000 newspapers copies burnt after the newspaper exposed a major scam. And this was actually the 7th after Biplab literally threatened the press over there, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about it. Interestingly, Biplab was one of the few, or let's say one of the many BJP leaders who came out and said, and let me quote Biplab out. Biplab wrote, "Blatant misuse of state power against Arnab Goswami is a direct attack on free speech and democracy. It gives remnants of the emergency by Congress and its allies. This must be condemned in loudest voice." Now it's up to you how you perceive what freedom of press is. Why one media organization is being treated as if it's some heavenly born media organization, while the others are threatened by the same who question the freedom of press.